Monica. That was a good bit. I like that. Man, let's see. Anybody else here live in Baltimore by chance? Yeah? Hell yeah. Can I get a ride? What's up? Like, what you Hell yeah. Are you guys from there or you just live there? Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. I don't believe anything they say about Baltimore, brother. I don't believe it. I live out there. I like living out there because I'm not from there, but it makes me feel tough when I tell people that. You know what I mean? They're like, where are you from? I'm from Baltimore, you feel me? Like, my hands are very soft, so I gotta do anything I can to put them off my back, bro. See, we drinking. Make some noise if we're drinking tonight. Hell yeah. So you got anybody here have rules for the way they drink? You know? Mm-hmm. That was that was real. What's your rule? Whoever said that. Okay, yeah. What's your rule?
I'm the driver, so I gotta make sure I stay.
Oh, okay. So only beers, no shots, right? Like, okay. I only know a couple rules. I know the one. Like I don't know if y'all heard this one. It's like beer before liquor. You send in a dick picture. You guys ever heard that? Yeah, he's like, hell yeah, bro. I've never sent a dick pic, but I've always wanted to send one like a boomerang on Instagram. You know what I mean? So you can like see it grow. You're like, just a regular picture is boring. Like, you know what I mean? Put it on a bun and be like, you can have any condiments you want, baby girl. I don't know, man. Yeah. I got a whole book of how to send dick pics if you want it. It's on Amazon, guys. Now, my buddy was telling me though, we were hanging out the other day, and he was telling me his rules. He was like, if I drink too much whiskey, I want to fight. And if I drink too much tequila, I want to fuck. And I was like, I hope it's not me. But after he said that, I thought about it. I was like, okay, but like, what do you have to drink to want to get a job, dog? Because like, you know, everybody has that one friend. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, bro, you always want to do the most expensive shit. Bro. Like, we were watching the Super Bowl like in January or whatever. He's like, man, if you know, it's only like $500 to go to Puerto Rico. No, we should definitely do that. He doesn't have a job. So like, we're all going in September. He's not going. That's gonna be pretty fun. We'll put him in the group chat and send pics, you know. Right? It's not fucked up, man. Because he hit our other friend up and was like, hey, my car's fucked up. You think I can borrow $500? I'm like, bro, you know what you're trying to do here. Slick, bro. Yeah. Let's see, what else? I'm in therapy. Yeah, that's cool. Anybody else here in therapy, guys? Yeah. Alright, so a lot of us are in therapy. That's good. I don't like when people that are in therapy like try to use that for excuse for their bad shit. You know what I mean? I feel like that's bad advertisement, you know? Like a friend's like, yo, communication is important. You gotta say what you feel and, you know, all that. And I'm like, yeah, but you have a girlfriend and a side chick, dog. It seems like you're not using your words, you know? Only reason why I started going though, if I'm being honest, only reason why I started going is because I needed to answer the age-old question. Do bitches be crazy? That was what I needed to go. After a few months, I found out that I am bitches, actually. I'm the problem, yeah. It's upsetting, because I'm like, I paid to hear what I want, not what I need. I'm getting out of here. Yeah. They say a lot of guys don't go. Like, they say a lot of black guys don't go. We go to therapy, you know what I mean? It's court order, but we still go. It's not the journey, it's the destination, or whatever Jamiroquai said. I don't know. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I like going to therapy. It's cool. I didn't tell my ex that I was going. Like I started going last year. I didn't tell her I was going. And we got into an argument. And I was like, "Hey, babe, I feel like you're not respecting my boundaries." Because she kept trying to put her finger in my butt. And, we didn't have a conversation about it. You gotta, you know. And she was like, I feel. Who the fuck you been talking to? I feel. Yeah. I'll be 38 in a few months, which is cool. I'm looking forward to that. I like being in my 30s. I like to call it my mid to late early 30s. It's a fun way to say it, you know. I have no shame, you know. I'm not looking forward to some things though, you know. Like, all right, so as a millennial, I'll say this first. I don't like when people older than me like use Gen Z slang. Like that pisses me off, you know. Like I was talking to my cousin on the phone and he was like, all right, I'm gonna holler at you later, twin. No, bro. You're 50, dog. You can't say that. You can't do that. You gotta call me Youngblood, bro. You gotta call me Youngblood. And like back in my day, gas was $1.25. You know what I mean? And you call women scallywags and shit. You know what I mean? It's age appropriate shit. I don't know, I've been thinking about this because I know my time is coming soon, you know, and I'm looking forward to it, but I'm thinking about like what my midlife crisis is going to be. I'm trying to plan it out, you know, because it's like the economy's fucked up. You can't really afford it like the old school way, you know, like older generations, they follow the triple A's, right? It's like automobile, affair, apartment, you know? You get a Corvette, you sleep with a receptionist, you win a studio apartment. Like that's the 3 A's, you know? But it's not like that now because you know money's all fucked up. We still have the 3 A's as millennials, but they're different A's. You know, it's anxiety, autism, and ADHD. You have to pick one. And you don't even get diagnosed. You just on TikTok like I do a lot of this stuff. Actually, this will be my personality now. It's a fun time. If I'm being honest, the one thing I'm really not looking forward to, you know, I'm not really looking forward to getting my first prostate exam. Yeah, like I don't know. It's not like you know, you got your day coming, your time is coming out. Hell yeah, okay. I think health is wealth. I don't think it's like weird or anything. It's not like that, you know. Did you go already? Do you have any tips? I mean, that's not the right word. She fucking up. I asked my dad for advice though, you know. I asked my dad if he had any advice, and he was like, "Get you a doctor with small hands, son. I don't know what to do." Like that's it. Yeah, that okay, fair enough. No, she said it, not me. I didn't say it, guys. I didn't say it. He said it. She said it. But I feel it, man. Because it is like when you go to the doctors, you know, now at this point when I go to the doctors, it feels like I'm on a date. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you're like on a date with someone the first time, you're like looking at them and you're looking at their lips, you're like, oh, I can't wait to kiss those, you know? I see the doctors, I'm looking at their hands like, no, that might work for me. I asked my last doctor, I was like, hey, he was like, yo, everything looks fine, you're good. Do you have any questions for me? And I was like, yeah, like, what do you like to do for fun, doc? And he was like, I like to rock climb. I was like, next, I don't want that. You gotta build, like, model ships and bottles, you know what I mean? You gotta... It's really what it is, like if I'm being honest, being a little wrong. It's not, it's like I said, it has to be done because I want to live a long time, you know? Like I want to die at 100 on my birthday, face first in the cake. Like I want to be remembered, you know? So I got to do all the stuff I need to do. But the problem is like, I don't want the first time the finger to go into my ass and be somebody else's finger. There, I said it, all right? I'd like to do it myself first, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want someone else storming my beaches of Normandy, you know what I mean? I've been trying to work myself up to it, though. Last week I took myself out for a nice dinner. It was got pretty drunk. You know, you get too drunk, you know? You're like, anything can happen tonight. Got home with some candles and shit, you know? I was so close. I was like right here on the hip, and I was like, I don't feel so good. I'm gonna go. I don't know. What about therapy? That's part of why I'm in there, right? I am unwell, bro. I am bitches. I said that. Yeah. So I'm a single guy, as most of the comedians were all single. Isn't that interesting? But anyway, I'm single, and I don't mind, But I've noticed as I get older, people don't like when there's unaccounted for males around. It makes them very uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It's weird. Like you can, like it's to the point now where I like to smoke. I'll go to the museum because it's the only place I can be high and stare at a wall in peace. You know what I mean? It's like the longer you stare, the more cultured people think you are. They're like, oh, this guy really likes Da Vinci. Okay, I'm fucking with you. Meanwhile, I'm like, are birds even real? Like, I don't fucking. It's crazy, man. But I don't mind, But I have been learning this because most of my friends are married, and I have been noticing what it is people judge you based on your partner. So if you see a man and a wife, a husband, wife, whatever. If the wife is terrible, they're going to assume that he's terrible. But if the wife's cool, they'll never know he has a second family. And I just want a second family, guys. I gotta get a first one, but I want a second one. It's just 20s, they're like, oh, you're a player. You're just a player in your 20s. In your 30s, they're like, oh, this guy doesn't think women should vote. I don't feel like that. I don't hate all women at all. I only hate some women. That's it. Yeah, it's the smallest. It's like Christy Nolan's one, Gail King, and Melinda Bell from the 3rd grade. Fuck her. She knows what she did, man. I don't know. I don't use dating apps, no judgment to anybody that does. I don't know. If anybody here, clap it up if you use dating apps. I promise I'm not going to attack you. Yeah. Anybody, did you find out that it's not necessarily that you have a type, but a type has you? Have you guys ever had experiences where you're like, why is it always the same type of, I didn't even, You know what type has me? It's a very specific type. The type has me, it's a white woman that go on mission trips to Africa. I wish I could make that up. It's very niche, I know. It's so insane. I'm like, I don't even know. It'd be different if it was study abroad, you know what I mean? You're in Morocco, you're taking pictures, you're like, on 3 say gentrify. That's fine, But it's always a lady dressed like Sally Struthers, with the hungriest looking African kids. And that's not fair, you know what I mean? I don't know. It feels weird. It'd be like if I was on a dating app, but I took a picture, I just went to the hills of Alabama, and found the dirtiest white kids I could find. With the spaghetti stains and shit. And I just put us all in a photo together. And I was like, on 3 say methamphetamine. That'd be fucked up. So I don't use them anymore. Yeah. My friends always try to hook me up, and I don't like that. So I said they're married, So their thing is just, they're trying to just, I don't know. It's they don't even ask what I like. They'll just be like, oh, Rebecca has 2 legs, you should talk to her. She's got a house with a nice backyard. I'm like, am I the last dog at the shelter, bro? Put me down, bro. Oh, man. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here soon. Let's see, clap it up if you just came out with your friends. Just friends hanging out with friends and stuff. Yeah. I like that. That's good. I like when friends come out to hang out, you know what I mean? I always try to be close to my friends, because as you get older, it's harder to make friends as you get older as a guy, I feel like it's easier for ladies. I've seen it a lot. 2 women don't know each other at a bar or whatever, and they're like, one lady's like, oh my God, I love your dress. And then she's like, thank you. It's got pockets. They're like, ah. Right? That's how some of you probably met some of your besties, right? Doesn't work like that for guys, Because guys would have too much ego and shit, you know what I mean? If I'm at